Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we're doing more Infernities. I wanted to return to this skill called One Card Wonder. Now, this skill was secretly really good in burn decks. I tried it out in burn decks way back when it was brand new, and it was very successful. It's very strong. As long as you survive that first turn, you're more likely to win the duel. And you just really stuffed your deck with things that would survive the first turn, like Windstorm or Drowning Mirror Force. Now in this deck, we're not doing that quite as much. We have like Impenetrable Attack and just over the top in the other One Card Wonder deck. But now, Konami already nerfed it. You guys may have wondered why, or why they would do it in the first place. They made it so One Card Wonder will only activate if you have all dark monsters in your hand. So with the burn deck being reliant on Lava Golem, One Card Wonder would really no longer work for it. You could maybe try with some Kuriboh, but it just wouldn't be the same. So it's meant for Infernity. We're going to try it out in Infernity, see if it's even viable. We're still using some cards that make it so we can survive the first turn pretty easy, but not too over the top. We also have Sphere Kuribohs, so we're relying heavy on just setting a monster at the same time. A very common hand is just Archfiend, Launcher, and Beetle, and that really just gets your combos started immediately, and that's a second turn play obviously. First turn plays, you want to set a monster, you want to set a trap. Hopefully you didn't get one of your useless cards, but it's a lot that aren't useless. It's 6, 9, 12, so 12 versus 8 essentially, so you're usually coming out okay, and that's only when you're going first. Going second, you're working with 3-card hands. It's kind of like the Lab Builder version I built, but I like the Lab Builder version a little more. But it's just faster Infernities. You can have first turn plays that are oppressive. You can make first turn synchros on your first turn of play. So it does speed it up. And it's just cool. It's just such an exciting way to duel, drawing 2 cards at a time, guys, because you have no hand. And if your opponent's cleared your field, you're just like, what am I going to do? Then you draw 2 cards. It works out. It just feels like magic. But it's not that consistent. It's either struggling to get going, or it just goes and snowballs really hard. Funny little interaction is with our Infernity Archfiend. When you draw 2, he will special summon, but obviously you're not going to trigger his second effect for the search because you'll have another card in your hand. So it's Duel Links exclusive interaction, guys, where he will special summon with 2 cards in your hand. You'll probably see it in the replays. He'll special summon with 2 cards in the hand and not give you a search. Pretty gnarly. Duel Links only. You could only do it with this skill, really. I don't think of any other way you could do it unless he worked with reload or something. But just a fun and exciting way to play. It's not that good. It's probably not even top 3 ways to play Infernity with this One Card Wonder. Konami really should have just left it for the burn decks, so it could be really just a flex for burn decks. But other than that, it is viable. It's viable, I guess. You could maybe put in more Drowning Mirror Force. I do have more Drowning Mirror Force, but I want to get it going with the Wonder Balloons and means to discard. So other than that, its synchro pool is just a little weak. You have to be very resource conscientious because you're usually using your 5 and your 6 synchros as bridges to your 7 and your 8 and your 9 and stuff like that. But you will snake some wins. It'll feel really cool drawing 2 cards at a time and still controlling a duel. It's pretty gnarly. But other than that, I wouldn't you choose this way to run Infernities at all. One Card Wonder. You should have just left it, Konami, but thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba, going first. So, you know, going first is such a gamble. We don't have a lot of cards that are going to survive us first turn, not like I would in a burn deck. But Necro's actually not bad, a 2k booty, starting us off, potential plays. Very good card to start with. Here, opponent gets his Lightsworn Raiden, obviously, even at 1900, not enough to take out our Necro. Now we get a Sphere Boy and an Infernity Beetle, so we will be able to do a Synchro, but we won't be able to continue after that because we do have Sphere Boy in our hand. By continue, I meant we could have summoned 2 Infernity Beetles and all that stuff, but our Armades with a Sphere Boy is a moderate field, especially when your boy just keeps throwing Raidens. He's going to use his Ultimate Dragon's effect. That gains him a Poly. Here comes that Poly. Only 2 though, so he's stuck with the Twin Burst. That's going to help us get rid of our Sphere Boy. And we survive a turn. He mills a little more out of his deck. I think he milled a Kite Roy. Yes, he did. 2 launchers, guys. We can make that work. So we played both. We're going to use one for a Necro and a Beetle. There's one Synchro. Then we can do Necromancer's effect to bring out the Beetle. That's another Synchro. That's over a million Dragon Mech. He's gonna banish we're gonna use another launcher for a Beetle. Now we're gonna banish a Beetle. Banish the Beetle from the field. We could have probably used Beetle's effect to draw out a Beetle and then banish that Beetle from the graveyard and kept the Beetle in the field. I think I didn't want to jam up the field though, but the opponent scoops next turn regardless. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing an Arcana. We're going second. I don't know why I said first. Our boy's using... I don't really know what that is. What does it say? Obelisk blue, raw yellow. Oh, so it's a Duel Academy thing. Okay. Duel Academy sleeve and mat there. Makes it really hard to see his back row, honestly. So, we're going second. 3-card hand of Infernity Barrier, Infernity Break, and Infernity Beetle, guys. This guy's in for a world of trouble, especially only holding out that 800 monster. We're gonna hold this duel down. We're gonna hold down top tier ban listed Witchcrafters with Beetles, guys. We're gonna hold them down with Beetles right now. This is ban listed. I don't think I've talked about how quickly they ban listed Witchcrafters on the 3-of pool to get rid of them with Lightsworn. So this guy's deck's illegal. We're beating him up with Beetles. He's using some monster effects, using his Pittori, drawing the cards he needs, trying to do his thing, scaring us with a Jenny, hits a Monster Gate. Monster Gate brings out his Veray. Show of Nightmares, just an unveiling though, very lucky for us. Now he's using Patroness, gets a Collaboration, his monster's in defense mode though. End phase, time to break him, banish a Beetle, break the boy. And he has to scoop. Just one breaker, still had a barrier, could have stopped anything. 2400, right on the dot, eaten with Beetles. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here's Arcana. We're going second. See what our boys got for us. Spell Specialist, so you know what that means. We start with one little Infernity Beetle. Too bad it's not our turn, we could have turned that one boy into 2 boys. Here we have a Pittori immediately bringing out of Array, then using its effect, throwing out a Shemeta, searching the Holiday from the graveyard at the end phase. He's happy. We get a Barrier and a Wondrous Balloons, guys. So just the way we fought the last Witchcrafters, we're fighting this one, except he's proactive, stops our Beetle from doing anything, but he's gonna go headlong right into our barrier, tries to use his effect, we chain our barrier, he's done for. Quick plays to control the duel with just a little Beetle, guys. Then we get 2 cards per draw, bring out both the Beetles, nothing to stop us now. We also have a Drowning Mirror Force and a live Infernity Break to keep us slated. No matter what we draw, it can go to the graveyard, so we're really set with our field. Even though it looks weak, we're actually very strong, in a very strong position. He brings out another Veray, end phase, pop it, no problem, has to scoop. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing an Aster Phoenix. We're going second. See what our boys got for us. We gotta show him the 1-card wonder, as if he wouldn't know, seeing our 1-card hand. Ends his turn, passes to us. This is a very common hand, it's 3 ofs. We have a 3 Archfiend, 3 Beetle, 3 Launcher, so we get this hand pretty often. Bring out 2 Beetles, use our Launcher, bring out an Archfiend. That's a search of another Launcher. Synchro 1, that's our Archfiend's Call. Now I'm going to use my Launcher, not do a level 8 Synchro, we're going to just bring out our Archfiend. Our opponent, if he's waiting through this, he likely has an L, so we're just going to search a barrier and leave it at that. We pick at him for 1200, hit him for 1800, swing for lethal, but he does in fact have a Karibo, so we gotta wait. Here's some Preda practice, summoning a Clammy, so we know what he's trying to do. Thankfully he searched a Spino. uses that clammy effect. We say not so fast. We have a barrier. Negate the clammy. Our boy baited us though. He's the master of fusion. Grabs another fusion. Uses it. He had a Hex Seal fusion and his Spino. He's ready for us, guys. Chimera Felicia banishes our Archfiend. Destroys our Beetle. He couldn't target this Archfiend. But he could have swung over him and didn't want to. Wanted to swing for very close to lethal. Now we have a live Infernity break. He goes right to the battle phase. He can't banish him, remember. So he had to swing. We banish our barrier with the break. Destroy the boy. In the stand. Oh, here's Archfiend summoning without the search. Because we have a card in our hand. But he still will special summon while you draw him. It's a pretty wacky interaction. We play our Wonder Balloons just as a show of force. And finish the duel. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here's the Seto Kaiba. We're going second. Boys got Jinzo and Black Rose. Pretty interesting. That's old school. And a newer school. A couple generations ahead. We're starting with one Archfiend Infernity. We get a Beetle and a break. We would have really liked a launcher. If we had a launcher, we could have started our combos. But we don't. Here our boy tributes a Plague Spreader Zombie for a Ninetale Fox. Very weird deck. But we got ways around it. We're going to use our launcher. Launcher's going to throw away our Beetle, boys. We're going to summon a Sphere Kuriboh. We normal summon a Sphere Kuriboh. Use our launcher. Bring out a Beetle and an Archfiend. That gives us a search of another launcher. But that's also a level 7 Synchro. Now, level 7 Synchro is going to be Samurai Destroyer, who is going to stop this Ninetale Fox from doing any effects once we kill him. Then we played our second launcher. We just searched. We're going to bring out the Archfiend and the Beetle. Bring out an Archfiend. We could have even brought another launcher, brought out our biggest boy. We had the options, opponent scoops, great stuff. So when this deck is going, it's going, guys. It feels pretty crazy with the two cards. You really are virtually never jammed with the way I've crafted it. Sphere Kuriboh can jam you sometimes, but like you saw, you can sometimes even still normal summon him and it all works out. So it's pretty consistent in not breaking, but sometimes you're going to get OTK'd on that one card break you pull and then nothing you can really do. So I'd stick to other ways to play Infernity, but I really wish you would have left this skill alone for burn decks instead of just making it a lesser Infernity skill, Konami, but live and learn. So I hope you guys enjoyed and thanks for watching.